Today on Clubhouse Gas, we've got a special treat for you. SEC baseball coach Butch Thompson is going to join us, and he's going to talk about a lot of different topics that don't only affect coaches at the college level, but filter all the way down to the little league level, such as having fun or remembering your players' birthdays. It's very interesting, so stay tuned to a great edition of Clubhouse Gas.
Parents and coaches, a relationship just like any other. It should be a relationship, I think, but there should be mutual respect. And the thing that I've seen work the best from coaching at the younger ages all the way up to college is for the groups to get together before the season, before you embark, maybe soon as the team's put together. Coaches and parents actually get together. And if the coach is in charge, at least some basic guidelines, understanding, a level of respect, the proper times to communicate would all be good things to do up front. And communication's great, respecting people just like you would in any setting in life. But I think coaches that have extended a hand to parents up front and had a fish fry or cook hamburgers and then just have a meeting on this is what I'd feel comfortable as the coach, as the leader of this team, and how we'd communicate. Maybe give me a cooling off period 10 minutes after a game. Respect that. We do that a lot at the college level to keep a coach from having a bad interview or a player from saying the wrong thing. So I do respect that. And I think a coach can get respect for the parents and implement what he's comfortable with if he communicates properly up front. The problems I've seen happen has been a lack of respect, not having a cooling off period, reacting in the moment, and making up rules as you go along. I keep the door open. This would be more for players, maybe as a college coach, but I think I'm comfortable enough now coaching 15, 16 years that if a parent or a player come to me, I don't have to answer a question that you ask me. And the best decisions I usually make is when I do spend a little time thinking about it. So coach has got to be smart enough to make sure he has planned his answer and thought it out before answering. I like it, and a lot of times I want that to be an option. You know, 24 hours would be good to give me a chance to think it out, and I'd probably think clearer and make a better decision because it'd give me a chance to look at both angles instead of just how I'm feeling. My answer is we don't talk to them about playing time. You know what I mean? So that's something we try to do the best. We spend a lot of time. We meet every morning at 9 o'clock, talk about our whole roster, but a parent needs to be very convicted and very sure before tackling that. And I would say that'd be the number one thing that would be a danger topic, and you need to be right. We even have our guys pick their own team sometimes just to give some realism for the parents and for the players themselves, the peer pressure to get a feel that it's not just the coaches. This is where you're shaking out amongst your peers and stuff too. So parents need to be totally convicted. If somebody's a good person, treating your son right, teaching them good life lessons, developing them as a young man, as a baseball player, you're probably in a pretty good situation. No question. And it's proven through those examples. Our players talk, just like coaches get together and talk. The players, they communicate and they know and they have an awareness. I remember my own brother and my father in a situation being a college coach and not recruiting my brother 7 years ago. And my dad didn't talk to me for a year. It was not a match for my brother. It was not a fit. But my dad had trouble understanding. It's just a relationship. We love our children so much sometimes that maybe clarity gets clouded a little bit, and I've even seen it at my own doorstep when baseball's a huge part of our life. You know, baseball was created to teach us life lessons. It's part of the college environment, you know, to go along with what you would learn in a math book or calculus or English, because baseball teaches life lessons, and we're accountable to these players, and we should hold them accountable to a work ethic. I think that can be developed. It'll serve them well in life. Discipline. My experience has been that players have said thank you 5-10 years down the road, and that they've wanted discipline. They've accomplished more. They've been accountable to more, and they produce better results not only for us at the time, but as they move forward too. And it's a daily commitment, and we have some coaches. We can't get caught up in ourselves, in wins and losses, and put that before the development of the young man or the player, and especially the person. I think that's what it's set up for. If the sport's not your passion and you're not having a blast doing it, you need to find what it is and pursue it. Because, I mean, life's so short, and the rewards of doing something that you're passionate about, convicted about, are so awesome that we all need to be doing what we're passionate about. I tell them to change their passion. If they're doing this for their dad, that's not the right reason. If they're doing this for peer pressure, you're wasting your time. You ought to be pursuing whatever sport it is, whatever hobby it is. You need to be finding that one that's your pursuit.
Appreciate that, Coach. And remember, parents, a lot of time these kids, these players, know a lot more about what's going on than we give them credit for. That's going to do it for us today. We look forward to seeing you right back here for another edition of Clubhouse Gas.